might be jumping in here. Carson wanted to play Decap Attack.
What other fucking time of year you are going to play this?
I never said you're wrong. What I said after the Scooby-Doo...
I also would make a joke about no one remembering this game, but this game actually, makes its way into nearly every, Genesis collection, so I guess someone remembers it. But someone also remembers the Ooze.
I said at the end of the Scooby-Doo, which this might literally follow within, a day, we had... Damn it. We had a Genesis collection that had this on it.
Oh, and I need to remember the way that this is said. It should be A, B, C, so... I think that's the one I want. Why not? I can quick save here just in case, and if it's fucked up, I will go back to that. Because was it being the Genesis collection? Okay, we're good. The controls are set to correct.
Said we had a collection that had this on it.
Yeah. Oh, no, the interesting thing about this game, well, there's a lot of interesting things. One thing is this game, if I remember correctly, it only came out in America, and I think it was Europe, because what the game was, this is actually a heavily altered version of this one Japanese game. I believe the Japanese game, I think it was called Magical Hat. It's based off an anime, so it's one of those they didn't want to bother paying for the license in America, because America didn't know what the fuck a Magical Hat is.
America didn't know what the fucking anime was.
Exactly! So they changed a bunch of the graphics and shit, like the skull head that we're throwing, that was, I believe, your titular Magical Hat in the original version. But it's not just graphic changes, a lot of level design was changed as well. The story was, of course, obviously changed, but besides the story and the level design, I will...
Kidding!
I will do it a lot to save a time. Besides the... Oh, damn it. Besides the story
Yeah.
and shit... Again, I will do it a lot to save time, especially because you might notice that, your main character is a rather slippery biscuit there. I know that that was because of going down a slope, but I just touched the... Damn it. Oh, it's an instant kill. I forgot about that. I beat this game once a few years ago, and they never touched it again. Oh! So I gotta jump! Big jump! Oh, damn it.
Get in!
This game has infinite... no, it doesn't have infinite continues, if I remember correctly, so that's better.
Okay, I'm just...
I know what you're doing, but that is why I will be using that very fucking liberally, because this game, if I remember correctly, did not have infinite continues. And I don't think it has any, passwords or anything as well, so that's why I will be doing that, a lot, because I can't fucking remember if the game actually does put mercy on the player or not. Anyway, like I said, while some level design and certain things are the same, they were just given a more sort of horror theme to make over. There are some levels and stuff that I believe are also, actually completely different.
You mean given a facelift?
Boo. Boo. Boo, you stink.
Facelift?
No.
Insert that ancient Rayquaza meme. Or someone
that's kind of dick enemy placement. Asshole.
or someone's head requires a look
Yeah.
has the face of
Someone that
looks like they just cracked a joke and is waiting for a response.
That's the first stage cleared. If I remember correctly, each world is I think 3 stages. The third level, if I remember correctly, is the one where to beat the third level you have to find a item in that in that level, but the item is always hidden in that level. They're not, you know, like a dig, and it's not like you can get stuck in one of the earlier, like, get stuck because, oh, the item was only in, like, stage 2 and you're in stage 3. It's nothing like that. I think Magical Hat also did the you need to find something in the third level to move on.
Whee!
Wait. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can hover if you yeah, you can do a weird Yoshi flutter jump.
Take that, jerks.
One thing I do remember, game, like I said, one slippery biscuit that Chuck, because you'll notice the main character's name is Chuck D. Head.
Yes.
Ah, so this is the second Genesis protagonist that fights with their head.
It was Decap Attack starring Chuck D. Head. Which is a terrible fucking pun.
Yeah. Damn it. Asshole. Yeah, that's another thing I remember this game having a problem with is, like, there are a lot of respawning enemies. You just go barely off screen and these fuckers will respawn. Again, that is why I will use save states liberally. Because at least from what I can remember from playing this game one time years ago, I remember it kind of being an asshole. Though, a funny thing is, one of the changes made from it compared to a Magical Hat, from what I can remember, because, you know, Magical Hat was never released in America, I've never played, I've just watched videos and shit. If I remember in that game, you were 2 hits. One hit without the, like, Magical Hat, 2 hits with it, because if you got hit with the hat, you would, you know, lose a hit, so this game giving you health.
Aw, yeah!
Hey, there are platforms there, so that's kind of what they
want you to do. Gotta fucking Mega Man X wall jump this bitch.
I can't remember, can you crouch? Oh, you can't. You can't throw a punch when crouching, but I think if you throw the head and then crouch, yeah, I believe it will come back to you at a different angle. Quick save, and I can also quick show. I've been picking up a lot of items. You can use the items in the sub-menu, you can use or ask what it does. The problem with most of these are useless because the effects they would give you are... Most of these are useless because the effects they give you don't work in bosses, and that's when you would want to actually use them. Like, there's an invincibility potion, but it doesn't work in bosses. There's also one that increases the amount of damage you do. I think that's one of the only ones that actually does work in a boss. I can't remember because I barely use them. Because, again, whenever they would be convenient...
Ow. Anyway.
They almost never work.
Gotta use those save states, you cheater.
I'm pretty sure this game had limited fucking continues.
Okay, I'm more...
I know what you're doing, but it's one of those, I think the game had limited continues, and I don't believe there was any passwords or, like, any like passwords or anything, so it's one of those. If it does have limited continues, which I will be fair and say I could be misremembering, it's, you know, one of those back to the start of the whole fucking game, and this game is actually kind of long.
Hey, big boy.
Oh, I'm actually going to, because it's a boss, actually going to go back, pause, save state, and move faster and jump higher.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or reach and strength. I can't remember if that actually does work in...
The counter at the top of the screen disappeared as soon as you walked into the fight, so no.
No, so then we're just going... So then we're just going to quickly actually try doing it in the boss itself. Again, I cannot remember if the game actually...
You used it! So you have 10 seconds. That seems to kind of work, because you had... Yeah, he changed colors. Okay, so look... Man, it looks like a pineapple. That's one of my favorite dumb ways to distinguish health values in a game. A lot of old...
Yeah, can't leave is not the most important item.
A lot of old, games on the Genesis did that, where instead of having a health bar, dudes would just change color.
Oh, damn it.
Super Metroid also does that, actually, and that's a Super Nintendo game.
Because that's an easy... That's a really easy way to show what the difference is, because you... That's a really way to show what the difference is without eating the system memory.
The bygone era of 16-bit. Genesis dollars what Nintendo and all that. Except this is a Genesis collection on the Switch.
Yes.
To bring that up multiple fucking times. It's a Genesis collection, but it's a Genesis collection on the Switch.
And also, if I remember correctly, no, there's not, like, any map or anything that tells you anywhere close to where the, like, items and shit are. Oh, god damn it. Actually, because I can't actually make it up there because the line's in the way. There we go.
I was about to say, you have a...
Again, like, this mana is way more fucking slippery than you would goddamn think.
I do!
Some of the...
I do kind of miss the era of not paying for certain licenses and just modifying games.
That's also not just it didn't want to pay for it. That's the answer. And then I believe because of the special jingle and shit that... It's not 100% just they didn't want to pay for it. That's the common theory people have. The other theory is the fact that this was again, anime in, like, the middle of the 90s, basically before the like big anime boom of the decade. At the end was like Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon, so it's one of those no one would have ever known what it is. Not just that no one would have known what it is because of the, if I remember,
songs, suckers. 23 Skidoo, what are you gonna do?
And again, I will use a quick save to exploit things if I feel like I need to.
Got the items.
Yeah, I think that's good enough.
Yes.
Because of save stating, I don't really need extra lives and shit, but if I do get enough, I will just tank my way through a boss fight.
Back in the weird age before anime took off in America.
Yeah.
Okay. We always needed asterisk before anime took off in America, because in the 60s and 70s, you had anime in America? Like Astro Boy?
Yeah.
Kimbo the White Lion?
Yeah, another thing was it that I feel like led to this, it's not just America didn't know what the fuck the license was. The other aspect I feel like is, oh, that's kind of dick. The other aspect...
Jump, you fool!
The other aspect, if I remember correctly, Magical Hat was a very sort of, like, cutesy game, so it's also one of those because...
I was gonna make a joke, technically meaning we're a magical girl.
I believe the character you played in Magical Hat was, I think, supposed to be a boy. Game.
Everyone's a magical girl if you try hard enough.
The point is, if I remember correctly, it was a very cutesy game, and because it was a very cutesy game, another aspect to it is probably this, like, Sega, especially in America, they had the really, like, aggressive anti-Nintendo image, so even if it did come over wholesale, it probably would not have done well, because it wouldn't have fit to the Genesis image. Like, just sit there and, have the words constantly replaying in your head. This is the skin they gave the game to appeal to America.
Genesis does, but Nintendo don't. Genesis is the video game system for men!
Yes.
Super Nintendo is the system for babies!
Look at this manly game right here for Manly Man, because it's all spoopy. Look at that, they explode into bones when I kill them. That means they're actually dead. Come on, assholes, move. I need to get my head back. There it is. That's another thing was this game, which is why I will constantly be save stating to undo, like, damage and shit, is because this is one of those games where, like, it punishes you for playing badly by losing, like, shit that makes the game easier, so I will constantly keep the head for the moments of hitting certain enemies, because, like, you can't punch when crouching, so what the fuck is the point of crouching? So you'll notice when I don't have the head, I can't hit a lot of things that are low to the ground. So I'll try to keep the head as long as possible. At least it deals damage when you boomerang, that's good.
Crouching is literally to duck attacks.
You don't have any timers or anything, so again, that's good. You can take it as long as you need, but because you get a bunch of the potions and stuff in stages, they kind of want you to go around and explore a lot.
So long, suckers! Ow.
Oh yeah, and the game starts to love doing that after a certain fucking point. Assholes.
Get good, plebeian.
But, like, I know what you're doing, but that's one of those moments, you know, where I get what you're doing and shit, but you have the problem but you have the problem of, it's like, the thing that hit me, you hit me with an enemy because the thing that you taught me has power-ups in it.
Yeah, but when you lose all of your lives and rent the game again, you'll know that for next time.
Though, while you do make that joke, the funny thing is, because you were actually given health in this, whereas you're just 2 hits in the Magical Hat, I believe a lot of people think this game is generally significantly easier than Magical Hat.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, is the audio mixing in this part okay? I always ask that at the start of a new Let's Play to make sure that I balanced the audio well enough. In my opinion, I thought it was fine. If you have any concerns about that, I will take note of them for the next part, but keep in mind, I'm trying to make sure me and Carson are way more audible than the game, because this is a 16-bit Genesis game. It does not have voice acting, so all I did was make the game a lot more quiet so that the music was not drowning out me and Carson, and I think the music is still audible enough to be heard, but it's not loud enough to where me and Carson are hard to hear. But anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments. Or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.